Hey, Wrangler 4xe fans. I'm in the garage working on a little project. If you're anything like me, you find the reverse lights on the Wrangler 4xe a little bit frustratingly dark. And that's just the case with a lot of vehicles, I think. And especially when you're looking on the camera, on the display, you just go, gosh, I wish I had more light. Well, working on a little project to improve my reverse lighting situation this evening. Installing the, I don't know how this is pronounced, I'm going to say the Zroads dynamic LED mounting bracket. And here's what it looks like. And we'll go through step by step how to do that. I have already removed the spare tire. And this thing is actually made to install with the existing hardware. And we'll go through that and you'll see how that works. So the first step on this, if you're looking, you notice here that these holes line up perfectly with these 4 screws that are already on the spare tire carrier. If you are planning on doing any modifications to a Wrangler, do yourself a favor, buy yourself a set of these Torx screwdrivers because there are Torx screws all over these vehicles. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take out those 4 and we'll mount this puppy up. All right, here it is all mounted up. You can see those 4 screws went right in there. And now we have 2 places to mount lights that are outside the diameter of the tire. And we'll throw the tire on there and then we'll throw the lights on. All right, here's our bracket mounted. I've got the KO2s, the 33-inchers. I would say anybody with a 35-inch tire or larger might run into issues with this mount, because I can imagine that tire would be kind of right about there. So I'm not sure this will work with anything bigger than the KO2s. I could be wrong. And there may be more information on the website that will tell you about that a little bit. But as you can see, it just tucks back in there really nicely. Gives room for the tire. And won't get in the way of anything down the road. And that's going to be really neat. So let's put on the lights and see what it looks like. And there they are, mounted and ready to roll. They are not wired yet. I'm going to save that for another video for another time, because I'm going to do something kind of fun. I'm going to have them wired through a relay that'll be fired off my reverse lights, but I'm also going to hook them up to my aux3 switch so that I can manually activate them when I'm somewhere where I want to light up the area behind the vehicle. But of course, I don't want to have them pointing straight out like this in case I did turn them on the road. I don't want to blind people behind me, but I'm going to angle them down and out just a little bit. But that's the project in a nutshell. Now, you may be asking the question why I wouldn't mount these lights down on the bumper, maybe down underneath or on top. For one, I don't really want to drill a hole in my bumper. That's just me. But also, one of the ideas I have seen people do is to mount them up underneath the bumper, sticking out. And as you can see, I've only done a little bit of off-roading, but I have already drug the bottom of that bumper. You don't want anything in here changing your approach angle. When I was at Jeep Jamboree, I buried the hitch, and you can see I got some stuff up on the bottom of the wiring harness. So you really don't want anything down here below the bumper. That goes for the front bumper as well. And if you put anything up here, of course, it's going to get in the way of the tailgate too when you open it, at least on this side. So I have seen some people that have actually used their taillights as a place to mount. Personally, I'm not real excited about drilling a hole in the LED taillight. It just kind of seems like one of those things that would void a warranty if I ever had an issue. Plus, the side impact warning system is in this taillight. So I really don't want to do anything with that. I went through all these options, and this is the one that I just came out thinking this has got to be the way. It gets the light up a little bit higher. There are some that, if you have the hard top on, I have mine up there, but if you have the hard top on, there are some that mount up on the hinges. But I wanted something that would be on here no matter what top I had on. So there's the reasoning behind this idea. And if you're curious about these lights, they are Traveler brand. It's a line carried at Tractor Supply. I actually have their little brothers up here mounted on my cowl. They make for a really cool looking setup. You can put in those rings to whatever color you want them, and I think they just do well with that 4xe blue. So there's the project. I would put the difficulty on mounting this at super easy. Wiring is going to be a different story, but as far as anybody being able to put this in, this is a pretty easy project for anybody who wants to do something like this. And you can find that on their website if you're curious about that. Zroads, I guess, is how you pronounce it. And that's about that for that project. Thanks for watching.